Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So, today we're going to talk about Trump's new relationship with the media, with conservative media in particular, because it's shifting. For a long time, Trump has been able to count on certain outlets to have his back, to, well, in some cases, be unquestioningly loyal to him and his agenda. And that is shifting. There's been a lot of speculation as to why, and we're going to go over that. And I have an additional theory that I think is far simpler that might be the answer. Okay, so the first outlet that Trump lost is OANN, One America, whatever that is. They lost their last major carrier. So it's not that they really had a split with Trump. They just don't have any reach to help anymore. So that's one. And Trump is going to have to cope with that. Another is Fox News. Fox News has been unquestioningly loyal. There are personalities on Fox that are friends with Trump. And for years, they defended anything that he did. Now, over the last couple of days, we have seen people on Fox describe Trump as looking, quote, horrific because of his inaction. We have seen shows on Fox read bad polling numbers related to Trump. And that apparently got under his skin and actually prompted a response. Something as simple as reading the polling numbers that aren't favorable to Trump, that's not something Fox News would have done not too long ago. They would have just left that out. The New York Post been pretty favorable for Trump for a very long time. They trashed him over his silence and inaction related to January 6th. The Wall Street Journal referred to him as the president who stood still and suggested that his character failed him. We're not even talking about small breaks. We're talking about condemnation from outlets that have traditionally been very loyal. So, why is this happening? There's a couple of theories. One is that some of these outlets have found their journalistic integrity and that the spell is broken. I am skeptical. Another is acknowledging that 3 of these are in the same family, run by Murdoch. And one theory says Murdoch's just tired of him, tired of Trump, tired of the scandals, tired of constantly doing damage control, tired. So he's just letting him go. A variation on this suggests that Murdoch is letting Trump go to adopt Ron DeSantis as the new mascot, and they'll start cheerleading for him. Okay, maybe. Still another suggests that some of the journalists at some of these outlets are aware of how the DOJ investigation is progressing, and they're starting to break with Trump now, so it doesn't look bad when they just throw him under the bus. Also possible. However, all of these have an almost conspiratorial belief in the idea that content, minor content, is being directed from way up top. I don't know that that's true, because I see a far simpler explanation. These outlets have to position themselves before the race to become the Republican nominee for president in 2024, before that starts. They have to position themselves so they can appear to not be backing any particular candidate, because they all run off of ad revenue. And the controversies that will inevitably come from the Republican primary, they're going to be a moneymaker. They are going to make money for these outlets because they can feed into it. It's not that they care, it's that they can make money. I think that's a far simpler explanation, and it fits more in line with most of the behavior from these outlets over the years. I don't think there's a conspiratorial secret content board that pushes employees to read bad polling numbers or describe a former president in an unfavorable light. I think it's more along the lines of, you don't have to constantly defend this person anymore. We need to get ready for this. And then they're just doing what they do naturally. That seems to be more likely to me. But I think the motivator is money. Because when it comes to the Republican primary, you're talking about millions upon millions upon millions. It's not money, it's motive. And I think that's a far simpler explanation for the behavior. Now, as far as Trump's concerned, he's going to have some issues because he has grown very accustomed to having news outlets that will kneel before him and do whatever he wants. And I don't think he's going to have that anymore. Just maybe a few personalities who haven't seen him for what he is. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.